Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys another chapter review for Akatsuki no Yona, also known as Yona of the Dawn. Yona of the Dawn. Chapter 239. Not a review, actually. In fact, I screwed up that intro. No, we're doing a live reaction. I'm a couple days late on reviewing this chapter, of course. I was just quite busy on Sunday and Monday. But the chapter finally dropped. Very excited to read this chapter. And I figured, I have the time right now. Why not just do a bit of a live reaction? We've been doing mostly reviews for the past little while. So let's just jump into a live reaction, shall we? So starting ourselves off with chapter 239, entitled The Will to Fight and the Meaning of Fighting Adversity. Well, I'm going to be shortening that title. I find the titles of Yona of the Dawn, while all being unique to chapter titles, I find them incredibly long. Like they're a whole sentence for a chapter title. It's a little much sometimes. But anyways, we have Yona and Chagol staring each other down. Does this man not know that Yona has Yona is about to wreck his day. Yona is just going to take the battle into her own hands at this point. Like, Chagol, I don't know what you're thinking, man. Staring her down like that, she is not going to be phased. She is our Princess of the Dawn. Let's go. So it says, even if their eyes meet, their feelings will never align. Fair point. Fair point. All right. So the first page after the cover page, we're starting just right off at the end of the last chapter. Of course, very exciting that Yona had planned this out with Vald and Algiri taking the Agiria. I always butcher that name. I'm very sorry. Our dude who's always adding the end to everything. He's really cool. But the two of the Elder Stars ended up taking the place of the Dromos, of course. So Yona was never in any real danger of being executed, right? They were close enough by that they could easily defeat the... it was like execute her with an arrow. Very, actually, kind of untraditionally so. Like putting her on a pyre almost sort of idea, tied to the rope and stuff, without, not going to hang her, not going to slit her throat, not going to burn her at the stake. No. They tied her to a post and they were going to fire an arrow at her. For some reason, I very rarely see that done. Not that people don't get executed by firing squad, so to speak, but just not done in that way. Tied to the post up high and then killed with the arrow. I found that a little interesting, but clearly there was no big deal there. They all had it well under control. So let's see. Once again, shoujo manga thankfully steers itself a little bit clear from power scaling, unlike seinen and shonen manga do, but the big fault of this arc has been the Dromos being convenient, as powerful as they need to be when the plot has been calling for it. So we're going to see if there's an explanation going forward in this chapter as to how they managed to take out the Dromos and got their suits and blah 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 and what they did with them, etc. So Chagol says, "Did you think you could corner me with that trick of yours? You can't run from here." I mean, in all honesty, they were right there. I don't know why they didn't just slit his throat and be done with it, really. They were right close by. He had no idea. Shocked expression. Vald or someone should have just been like, stab right through the back and gotten rid of Chagol right out of the way. But yeah. But they probably had to block the arrow too and stuff. So Chagol says, "Kitten, come back here." Still being pretty cocky. I mean, I know they're surrounded by other members, there's troops and stuff like that, but seriously, pretty cocky for a dude who just got basically schooled, got tricked. "Kitten, come back here. If you do, I'll consider sparing their lives." Why would I listen to this man? As I said, he's got a little bit of intrigue to him as a villain, as a character, but what you promised her literally last time you made her a promise and then went against it because things didn't exactly go the way you wanted. You flaked on your end of the bargain due to technicalities and minute details. Why would he ever believe? Why would Mei Nian ever take you at your word at this point? I mean, she's been kind of stupid thus far in this arc, sort of just an out-of-body experience for her character or whatever, but I still think there's no reason for her to believe anything she says. Chagol says, and she's sort of like, yeah, see, this is the problem. She's considering it. Like, I understand she's under a bit of distress, but come on, I think you're okay. I think you're okay now, like, to make up your own mind, right? I mean, you're right there with Yona. Everything's going to work out, right? Says, yeah, and Yona says calmly to her, Mei Nian, you don't need to return there. No, she doesn't. And shocked by this, Val will come for you. What? You will definitely be able to see him soon. Okay, so Yona right away giving Mei Nian some hope. Val is alive. Val is coming for you sort of idea. So hopefully this is going to steer Mei Nian out of this despair pit and just believe Chao Gol and everything that, oh no, we can never defeat him. We can't defy him. We can't do this. We can't do that. And she's going to stop doing that stuff. You know what's funny? It's not as bad as when Yona went through that little despair stage. Because we've known Yona for so much longer. Mei Nian sort of comes on a little quickly, but at least we're already going through that stage with her character, because there's definitely some parallels between her and Yona. And right now, it's going to be over with so much quicker. And where most people in the community don't really seem to, they're either sort of meh about her, they're indifferent, or they're just like, they don't really like her. Her going through a character arc that most people won't like, or, be weak, or this, that, or the other thing, isn't going to bother many people. It doesn't really bother me, because I'm indifferent to Mei Nian as a character, so it's going to work out just fine as far as I'm concerned. But if we're going to get through the depression stage, the despair stage of her character right here in the next few chapters, perfect. Let's get that out of the way and move on, because we already had to go through that with one female character. It didn't work that time in this story. It's not going to work again, Oh, let's take 2 of our worst decision plot-wise. So let's see. Okay, they're all happy. Wait, Val is alive? Okay, so they're all smiles. They're all happy. Okay, so reaffirming that Val is alive. This is fantastic. Yona's smiling. Okay, and then gimme. Chao Gol says to one of the guards, oh, he's gonna fire an arrow. And our Nian Nian man is ready to go. He's just like, really? You gonna try something? And boom, no sir, just grabs the whole group, and down we go, dodging. Yeah, they're not gonna be caught unawares. Someone give Yona a bow. I want Yona to basically be like, all right, an archery contest, let's freaking go, and I want her to win out. I want her to show her badassery here. Let's go. So Chao Gol says, kill everyone but the kitten. Alright. It is a little creepy that he keeps calling her kitten, and at the same time, all these faceless fodder foot soldier troops knows who he means. That is literally a month ago, that was one of your, 7 generals. And to be referring to her as kitten, that is degrading, that's demoralizing, that is so many D words I can't even think. It's a dick move, it's a lot of D words here. The fact that the foot soldiers know that's Chao Gol's kitten, and he calls her kitten. Okay, you can have your pet names all you want, but when it's by a controlling abuser, it's certainly not cute. And when the words anything other than babe or something like that, when it just gets creepy. You feel it. So let's see, kill everyone but the kitten. They're ready to fire, and then boom, boom, boom. Wait, they're being taken out. Wait a minute. They got more allies on the horizon. Who's here? Is it Hawk? No. Let's see. It's it's somebody else in disguise though. Firing off arrows and taking out the troops by Chao Gol. This is one of Princess Yona's executioners. Okay, so one of them, alright, wasn't never going to attack her. That's actually smart. Hide the executioner is there. To direct a blow at their allies. You bastard. Are they an enemy too? Chao Gol notices, and this is... Oh, it's our very useless character. That everybody agrees. I don't mind saying that. That's not controversial. A lot of people find Kaji, once again, the name doesn't matter, as not being that relevant as a character and really has no place in the story. Trying to shoehorn him in here, okay, but yeah, it's quite funny because every time I bring that up, usually if you, in a review or on a forum or whatever, if you bring up a character in any manga series or any book, whatever, a piece of fiction, you go, nah, useless character, nah, don't like this character. People start attacking you, right? Because the fan girls and boys of that character come out of the woodwork. I have had no flack for saying that Kaji is just sort of there, and if they never appeared for the rest of the story, I would not care that that's a plot hole. Where is it? Who cares? you know. I've gotten no flack, and only people going, yeah, I don't really get the point of Kaji as a character either. Yeah, so at least trying to shoehorn him in, trying to get him to do stuff in this arc where he's relevant. Alright, I mean, fair enough. And it was a smart plan to not only have the Dromos, be spies, but then, like, dress up as the Dromos, but also have an executioner dress up as one of the foot soldiers. Like, true infiltration. I mean, it works. So let's see. Mei Nian says, Kaji, you're okay? Okay, I got the name right. Kaji, Lady Mei Nian, I've come here to save you. For sure this time. Alright, so it's... You see, this would be more emotional and nicer if I cared. Once again, Mei Nian is a character a little indifferent to her, and she's going through way too much, like, mood swings, like a roller coaster of a character arc really quickly, that I'm a little indifferent to it, but it's not a bad moment. And then we have Algeria. I don't know how to say, I still don't know how to say his name. I feel like I'm adding an A or an R. But Alrian is there with his cute ass cat smile and everything, going, we came to Yonayan and Kaji's rescue when they got encircled by the Dromos. Then we pretended to be the Dromos and the soldiers so we could sneak in. We wouldn't know Nian's whereabouts without entering Chago's pocket after all. So, that was the plan. That makes sense. Once again, Shoujo doesn't usually have this problem, but the Dromos are very power-scaled to the plot convenience. They're stronger than any characters we've seen when we need them to be, and then they can be taken out by characters that, once again, are pretty top-tier fighters, but aren't on the level of characters that should have had no difficulty with them. You know what I mean? They're power inconsistent, and it shows greatly. And the fact that shoujo manga generally don't really need to be power scaled, because it's just kind of obvious, who's strong, who's not, who would be an even fight. This one has actually been at the forefront of my mind anyways. So we're not going to get at any explanation for that. These Dromos were weak, and I guess the ones that fought before were OP. I have no idea. And then the little hoe, there's the little squirrel, the little hoe. Val's alive, he's alive. Okay, so she's being very, trying to get out of her despair, but being like happy tears and happy, oh, everything's working out. I'm being rescued. Val's alive. Yona's not going to die for me. This, that, the other thing, and it's very overwhelming. So her breaking down and crying, that works. That works all right. And then, boom, wait, she's shocked. She hears a band behind her, and oh, Chago, alright, Chago's got the super sword, Spikes, because Spikes means more deadly. He's come down with the spiky sword, and he's ready to fight. He's got a scimitar-style sword there, with some extra spikes. I don't really know what that would do, where it's on the other end. I guess if you wanted to hack and then slash, I don't know. Literally hack and slash. I guess he plays a lot of video games. But yeah. So he's come down, so he's going to be full on in the fight. Now we know that Chago is actually impressive as a fighter, because he dressed up as a Dromos and he's actually got some skill. How much skill? Well, once again, the fact that these guys could take out a couple of Dromos seemingly like it's nothing and then infiltrate with no injury, is Chago supposed to be like a cut above the rest when it comes to them? We're going to find out here, I guess. So goes forward to fight against Vald, alright. Please get down, Princess Yona. Alright, Vald versus Chago. Let's see how Vald... already taking damage. Already taking damage, it seems. So once again, Chago might be the strongest of the Dromos, and he might be the one that's been dressed up for the most part when we've seen an individual, best somebody, I guess? I don't know. Alright. So Chago getting the upper hand there. And Vald goes down... seemingly goes down, I guess. He didn't look to be like cut super deep, but definitely got hurt, got injured. Chago is still rushing forward, and then we got our Nien bro there, which I'm done trying to butcher his name. I always get it wrong. He's rushing forward. Okay, now he's a good hand-to-hand combat fighter, and they've got the spikes, the Wolverine claws. So let's see how he ends up doing. He goes forth looking pretty deadly. Boom, boom, boom. And they're... okay, Chago is dodging and blocking. They seem to be pretty evenly matched. So, I'm not going to say out of nowhere. It is a little surprising that Chago is as powerful as he's being portrayed. But okay. it's not really out of nowhere, and Chago seems to be more than a match for some top tier fighters that we've been aware of. So it doesn't seem neither one of them seem to be getting an upper hand, however. And Chago looks shocked, and boom, wait, he does catch, seemingly, because we're seeing blood spatter, he does catch Algira by, is that how you say the name? Algira, I guess. Well, it's right there, so Algira. I swear in the translation I read back in that arc, in the Zen Kingdom arc, there was an E in there and stuff, so maybe that's what got me confused about pronouncing his name correctly. But boom, he takes a hit too. So we're under the impression here that Chao Gol is stronger than at least 2 Dromos, because they would have had to 1v1 them when they took their disguises. And now Chao Gol is facing these guys 2v1 and winning. I mean, once again, see, the little... I guess it's okay. You know, we need a face for the main bad, I guess. I thought it was the Dromos mask, but I guess, you know, let's see. So, Kaji is ready to assist. He attacks the arrow, no big deal, and kicks. So he just took out one of his own generals and 2 of the Elder Stars while taking no damage. Chargol's getting a little too strong for his britches, in my opinion, once again, because there's no real evidence for that he should be this level. He's a little too arrogant, too living in the life of luxury to be training every single day, from my mind. And since we never saw anything, like just one shot of him before, like waking up at 4 in the morning or something like that and showcasing that he's training against Dromos or something like that, when we were first introduced to him, instead of being this suave, I do everything because I'm a face tattooed asshole, if we had gotten one shot of him actually training, like in the dark recesses of his palace, he's constantly training every day, he never skips a day, then this would all add up and make sense. I think this wasn't set up well for Chao Gol to be on this level, but it is what it is. You know, if soo-won all of a sudden came out and was taking on all 4 dragons at once, soo-won is definitely not a low-tier weak fighter by any stretch, I don't believe, but he's not Hawk either, and there's no indication that he is on that tier, on that level. So in the same breath, Chao Gol might be the face of our villain this arc, but that doesn't mean he's got to be like this level with no foreshadowing for it anyways. So I guess once again you could argue that the foreshadowing was he was one of the Dromos, but as I said, the Dromos have been so inconsistent. It is what it is. So everyone's being taken down. Yona's shocked, Mei Yan shocked, and they are actually down. Oh shit. So it reads, whether it was an enemy or ally, everyone stopped. Chao Gol's strength, who would always be protected by his generals and the Dromos, was unknown to everyone until now. Okay, so that's how they're going to play it. They're going to play it like, we were hiding that he's actually super top tier. We never showed you that, but I think the readers should have seen that, because he couldn't have gotten this strong without sparring partners, without training someone showing him how to do it. So once again, the Dromos might have known in secret that Chao Gol is OP like this, is pretty fucking strong. Would have been nice to get some foreshadowing as the readers. Maybe the generals didn't know, or no one suspected, sure, but yeah. So that's how they're going to play it off. They're going to play it off that, he's had this hidden strength the entire time. Isn't that shocking? Well, it's once again, to me, it's plot convenient, but okay. But so, wait a minute. If he's taking everybody out, I don't think they're going to get recaptured. Okay. But he's already taken them out, and it seems like Algira and Vald are down. Oh, unless we're going to have Yona pick up a bow, and it's going to be Yona versus Chao Gol. Maybe. I mean, or maybe Mei Yan will finally pick up a sword and fight back. Remember, Mei Yan has been set up to be a general, to be strong, to be able to fight, well with the sword and stuff. Probably not on the level, but maybe hold him off long enough for Yona to escape. I don't know. I don't think we're going to go continuing this captured rescue arc thing. So, what's going to happen? Let's see. Okay, so he's down. My body refuses to move, says Kaji, as he's right there on the ground. So one attack from this dude is taking guys down. What? Is my strength that surprising? Yes, Chagol, yes it is. It is plot convenient strength, but it doesn't mean it's bad necessarily. It's just plot convenient, but okay. And I wish we had known prior to this, as I said, but okay. Okay, so once again, I guess this showcases that the Dromos themselves are sort of inconsistent in which ones are strong and which ones aren't. And with no indication, okay, there's the one with the mace, there's the one with the Wolverine claws. We have no indication of which Dromos each character has been fighting, so I guess there's something to be said for that. So let's see. Move. Even if what awaits me from now on is worse than hell, I shall never stop struggling. Okay, he's trying to get up. And Chagol says, look at that. Even though you have so much strength, you only use it to cause pain to those around you. Yona picking up, I called it, Yona picking up the bow, and it's going to be a face down between Yona and Chagol, the ideals, you know, from the beginning of the chapter. Okay. All right, I mean, as I said, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. This is okay. And then, you impudent brat, did you intend to kill me from the beginning? I mean, if I was Vol, I would have. But anyways, the plan was initially to save me, Mei Yan, and come back immediately. Fair point. Yona's not abhorred to shooting Chagol. We've seen that in past arcs, so she's not going to hesitate. But she's saying, if I could get away without shedding your blood, I would have. But, you know, I just wanted Mei Yan to be rescued. But if you're going to force my hand, I'll shoot you, you know. But the war won't end as long as you exist. Alright, she's being even less naive than I would have assumed she's being. She's like, yeah, even if I let you go today, even if we win this battle and we rescue everybody, you're still going to keep coming at us, and it's probably not a good idea for you to stick around. So let's see. The kitten is mine. This man confident. And the 4 dragons that you have plunged into my pocket on your own. No matter what happens, you can't complain, right? There's still the dragons, yeah. Yuhan used to chop off the heads of war prisoners. It shall never happen again. I want to make this battle the last. Okay, so little bit of naivete. Yona trying to say, like, I'm going to end all the wars and no one's ever going to fight again. That's never going to happen. So a little bit of some One Piece Vivi naivete here going on. A little bit of naive. But the fact of the matter is that she's saying, okay, but like there's been war atrocities that should never have happened in the first place regardless of war. And she's seeing that level of I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do the exact same thing Yuhan did in Chagol, and knows that he's got to be stopped. Similar to the leader of the bandits. Remember when she shot and killed him? Yeah. Let's see. So Chagol says, as things are now, there's no way that it'll come to an end. Yona responds, a member of the royal family like myself cannot exist without the people. Even if it's hard, by thinking about and working to build a world where there isn't a need for strife in the future, I've found a meaning to my life for the first time. Well, I mean, fair enough. You've been finding that meaning throughout arcs, and yeah, okay. So, the way it's written sort of implies like she's just now in this arc discovered her meaning. I would argue she found her meaning arcs and arcs ago. Just the way it's worded sounds a little bit misleading, but yeah, it still works. The soldiers are listening. Kaji, of course, everyone is swayed by our red-haired princess. See, that's the thing. This isn't stopping for the sake of, oh, I never looked at it that way, and that very... like a lot of shows do that and stuff. They let the main character monologue, the main villain monologue and stuff, and it doesn't make sense. Remember, the red-haired princess has a charisma to her that goes into the levels of magic. She has a magical level of charisma to make everyone stop and listen to her. That's been established since the beginning of the series, that people pay attention when she talks. So this is not out of character. This is not out of line. That works, you know. Let's see. How naive. Then, yeah, the response is how naive. And I mean, it is a little naive. It's a bit of a pipe dream, but there's some truth to her words, too. So let's see. Chagol goes in for the kill. What's going to happen? Throw away your weapon and see how it goes. I mean, alright, Chagol sort of calling her out. It's like, if you think it's that easy, you know, to win this and stuff, throw away your weapon. See what happens, you know? Yona's not going to throw away her weapon. If you want to make peace, I will do so. Okay, yeah, alright. But if you want to imprison Mei Yan and the dragons, then that's another story. And she's going to fire. She fires. Boom. Oh, I think he dodged. It says pass by here in the translation. But I think it's implying that he dodged. Like, she didn't miss from that close range. Yona's too good a shot at this point for that. Even if she's been roughed up a little bit. I think it's implied with his overall strength. This strength that no one knew about until this very chapter. Okay. And, oh, got in close. Okay, what's going to happen? And Princess Yona says, Mei-Nian, come on, Mei-Nian, pick up a sword. Go find a sword and redeem yourself for being the damsel in distress when you're supposed to be the badass general. Time for some redemption. You know Val's alive. There's no reason to despair. Yona's safe for now unless you pick up a goddamn sword and help her. So let's go. Mei-Nian, don't worry, says Yona. Oh, Yona, calm as shit with a hand around her throat. I won't concede anything to a childish man who wants to destroy the people I love. Damn. Fucking calling Xiaogou out on his shit while his hand is literally on her throat and going, you childish brat. I ain't admitting shit. Okay, taunting his ass. And slams her into the ground. Oh, if the dragons were released. Oh damn. You don't touch her like this. You don't touch her. Princess Yona's execution will be carried out as planned. Yeah, that's not going to happen. The king isn't coming, and there's no one left to protect you. It'll be funny if soo-won shows up to rescue her. If soo-won's the one to, sword it. I believe that's our princess or something, and shows up the king isn't coming to rescue you. Oh, yes, he was. He did actually show up. Just showed up a little late. That would have been... That could still happen. Soo-won could be the savior for once. That would be interesting. You are an incompetent little girl. Inconsistent sometimes, but no, Yona's not incompetent. In fact, she just pulled the wool over your eyes. I don't know how you feel like she's incompetent. She literally tricked you, 5 seconds ago. That is nothing but her red hair and royal blood. And what do you have? Undeserved plot convenient strength and a really, why the face tattoos? That's what you've got. That's what you have. You've got your royal blood and no hair. All you have is nothing but red hair and royal blood. Now me, I have no hair and royal blood. You're just jealous. He's just jealous because she's got nice hair and he's got no hair. Obviously, that's where all this stems from. He's just jealous of people that aren't bald. That is his thing. Let's see. What good could someone like you have ever done? Oh, she done plenty. Man, you don't know Yona's story, man. We know Yona's story. We know this ain't true, but let's see. And let's go. Let's fucking go. Double page spread. Xiaogou. You done goofed. You done goofed. Because I don't care how plot convenient. I've been using that word a lot lately. Apologize for that. I'm abusing the shit out of that word. You guys are probably sick of me saying it. But I don't care about your unknown strength. I don't care about your whole I'm in control of this situation. The one that gives the middle finger to all that just showed up. The Thunder Beast. The Darkness Dragon. The one man that an immortal who can't die doesn't want to fight because he's so scary has just shown up, and you have your hands on his princess. You done goofed. That's the best way to describe this. This panel. Hawk has shown up. It doesn't matter what anybody's saying at this point because Hawk is about... If Hawk literally chops his head off right now, I would be good with it. He's already done that once. It's like, this is our strongest of our Zetkai dragons. Slum. You hurt my dragons. You hurt Zeno. Slum. I don't care who you are. And just keeps moving. So, I would be fine. But, from a narrative perspective, probably not the best idea, but I would be totally fine if Hawk just, no more Xiaogou. We're not only cutting the head off ironically, the head of the dragon, as they say. Not only did I cut down one of your generals like it was just fodder, it's like, oh, he's going to be important. Nope. It'd be funny if you just cut down the main villain right now, too. Yona says, just as an example with nothing but my red hair and royal blood, I was able to slightly avert your attention. Oh, shit. She's calling it out again. Like, I wasn't done with taunting you once or twice. I'm going to do it a third time. Your Highness. And here he comes and... Oh, Hawk's got the murder gaze. Hawk's got the murder eyes. And slam. Oh, alright. How did he manage? Well, someone called out, Your Highness. And slam. Oh, but the glaive hits that sword. But you're not going to convince me Chow Gul surviving a 1v1 on Hawk. I'm sorry. That happens, I would drop the fucking series if he gives Hawk trouble. That wouldn't make any sense. Because Hawk is mad. And the rule is who's ever the most angry wins a fight, you know? That's the general rule of fisticuffs, and Chow Gul shocked, being pushed back. Yep. What's the deal with this man? Yeah, he's sweating bullets. He clashed with him one time, and he's already like, oh shit, this is the man who just randomly took out 2 Elder Stars, runs with the power inconsistent Dromos, and then took out one of his own generals like it was nothing. Hawk shows up, and the man is sweating. After one blocked attack, he's like, uh-oh. That's called the fear of death looming over you, Chow Gul. For a spectator at an execution, you lean forward too far. Weird thing to say to a dude who's about to kill you. Whose execution? Alright, dude, why? Why would you provoke the man? I don't care that you don't know, but why? Like, don't run your mouth, because the murder gaze is just going to continue, and yeah. Hawk, his glaive isn't shaking. That sword, he's pushing him back with pure strength. I don't care how powerful your off-screen strength is, man. You ain't Hawk. And Lord Hawk, Vald waking up and being like, oh, we're good. I don't have to get up. We're good. Hawk's here. We're going to be fine. He's shocked. Who killed Kura-u? A man by the name of Hawk. Hashiteda on Hawk. Let's go. He is without a doubt the strongest warrior, the cornerstone of Koka Kingdom. It's you, Chow Gul. Oh, he's going to try to fight back. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. You're going to try to fight Hawk. I wouldn't be upset if Hawk just killed him. Hawk straight up just said, yeah, we're building up the fact that Chow Gul has hidden strength and he's super strong, and nope. Let's see. Your Highness, oh, of course. It's going to be the excuse that they're going to have to run away. But everybody's going to, so we don't have the rescue. Well, we still got to rescue the dragons, I guess. But Your Highness, they're going to start attacking. Hawk's protecting Yona, of course, at first. And, Chow Gul going to try to sneak up on Hawk because he knows he's got to wait for the opportunity. After one clash with this man, he's recognized that he needs an opportunity and a distraction. Otherwise, he's signing his own death warrant. And then, alright, he's going to try it. And boom, Hawk didn't even flinch or turn around because Yona's there with the bow and arrow once again. Unwielding, got the edge. Let's go. Protecting his blind side. And next page, didn't miss that second time. Caught Chow Gul unawares and boom, arrow. Of course, it doesn't look like it's going to kill him. Arrow to the shoulder. Shoulder arrows generally bleed out pretty good. Like right here in this area, like if it's too high up, it doesn't do so bad. But right here, like there's a main vein or artery or something. So that's gotta hurt. Okay, nice shot. Chow Gul wounded. Everyone's shocked that Yona actually shot him. I don't know why Hawk is shocked by this. Like it's like you've seen him. She shoots people, and he steps forward. And it looks like it's a lot of shading, but there seems to be a lot of blood. So I was right, like a shot like lower down, like or between the shoulder and the chest, usually bleeds pretty good. He's holding firm, Kaji. He won't collapse. I mean, I guess that's alright, impressive, Mr. Baldman. Your Highness. And then he looks down, grabs the arrow. Okay, he's going to do the baddest. He's going to break the arrow off, whatever, or pull it out or whatever and be like, alright, now it's a party. Let's see. Oh, he pulls it out. It clatters to the ground. He's bleeding. Princess, get down. I'm fine. In what way? Yeah, okay. He is serious about that execution thing. Okay, so Hawk's taking this serious. He's like, alright, glaive time. Let's do this. It's not over yet. I'm okay if he kills him. Do not fret, people of South Kai. Victory is ours. Seriously? Chow Gul. Are you reading the same chapter I am, man? Because you are losing badly right now. 3 of the 4 dragons, the human weapons of Koka Kingdom, have already fallen into my hands, and they're headed to Phoenix Palace. Okay, so I don't see how. I mean, that's a morale, but like it's a morale sort of boost and wane sort of idea, a waning and waxing thing for both sides of people that can hear this. But that's just going to make Yona and Hawk kill you faster so they can go rescue the dragons. Or are you hoping that they mess up in their haste? Is that your plan here? You're trying to manipulate with words because you're afraid? What's going on here? Reinforcements should arrive anytime soon. So Child Girl is still confident here. Oh, end of chapter. Our Empire of South Kai won't go under with just a scratch like this. Okay. So as a leader, he's putting on good airs for the troops, for the surrounding, for everyone who can hear him, everyone who's seeing what's going on. He's making sure that his the morale of his army and his troops is not waning right now. That is a good leadership quality. Usually good villains have to be good leaders as a result of this. And the last line is, not conceding, not faltering, and not withering, a powerful enemy like never seen before. Alright, I mean, once again, and that's the end of the chapter. Okay, so that was a long-ass reaction, because for an action chapter, that was a long-ass reaction. So I'm just going to keep this part brief, because, you know, that's the chapter. So you guys know me word for word, pretty much, what I thought of each panel and each page. So I think we're fine there. Yeah, so I guess I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the pacing of this. I'm okay with how it went down. I still think Hawk showing up, of course, is always going to be a moment for me. I'm always going to be sitting there fangirling over that shit. But I still think it might have been cooler if Soo-won was the one to arrive, to really subvert expectations of what Chao Go believes, of what Yona believes, about what everybody believes, because we've had that big monologue with Soo-won. Soo-won has developed as a character. He's finally admitted that the iron wall around his heart is crumbled. It doesn't work anymore. So he is probably going to start making emotional-based decisions on what to do. So I wouldn't have minded that. Hawk showing up, I'm never going to have a problem with, though, so it works. Once again, Chao having this random amount of strength, they're trying to tie it in with the narrator text. They're trying to make it seem like, oh, we're not doing this for plot convenience. There's that, phrase again. We're not doing this for bad writing. We're not doing this because we're doing this because we set it up the whole time. But, like, it's supposed to be a surprise, but usually, sometimes surprises don't hit, right? Sometimes surprise parties don't go off very well, right? If the surprisee isn't really in the mood for a party or whatever reasons, there are factors to consider. Not every single time. Sometimes surprises are great. Other times, not so much. I'm on the fence of which one this is. I really am. I complained about it when we first reacted to it, but I'm a little on the fence. For some reason, I'm not minding. I'm more pissed off about the Dromos thing than anything else. Chao being powerful doesn't really bother me that much. I think he's a little too powerful with no build up to the fact that he even knew how to hold a sword before now. I mean, you could argue once again he did dress up as a Dromos, but that could have just been because he wanted to see things with his own eyes and he was just play acting, There was no indication because we didn't really see him fight necessarily from what I remember, so not really anything there for that. What do you guys think? Let me know. And once again, the reason I'm not harping on that too much, I think I got it all out of my system because we're past the Dromos stuff. We know Chao has some strength now. We've seen it this chapter. I think from now on it'll be much easier because the good thing about shoujo manga, they're more about character writing. They're more about story writing. They're not so much about the battles themselves in the strictest sense. So there's a lot less toxicity, power scaling, that kind of shit going on. Power creep and all that stuff does happen. So even in shoujo manga, long-running series are always going to have that. When you have battles, when you have swords, magic, demons, all that stuff. So, but still, I'm happy with the chapter. The chapter was pretty good. I'm excited to see that Hawk showed up, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see exactly what happened. Chao is so far not a very bad villain. Not a bad villain. Making some you done goofed mistakes, but not bad so far. Not bad so far. What do you think? is going to happen in the next chapter? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys back here next time for Chapter 240 review of Yona the Dawn. Sorry this reaction was so long, but they usually are. I expected it to be, so is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed watching nonetheless. And maybe next time we'll stick to a review for the next couple so that they're not, you know, an hour long. You know, I don't know how long this one is. 38 minutes. Oh, damn. Okay. Never mind. We're going to end the video now before it gets any longer. Have a good one, everyone. See you back here next time. Sayonara.